So today I'm going to talk about our nappy routine, so what we do from start to end and all that jazz. So when we wear a nappy, say it's a daytime nappy, I'll put Harris in one like this. This is one of our pop-in nappies. Another video talking about which nappies we use and why, so if you'd like to check out that video, I'm sure it will be linked somewhere on my channel. If Harris is going to wear a nappy like this, I may put another liner in. This is a newborn liner from the Close Pop-In, and then I'll put in a liner like this just to avoid any staining, although to be honest we don't really have an issue with that. When I've got a dirty nappy, I take it off Harris and I take it off and I use some reusable wipes. These ones I just use with some sterile pre-boiled water, and I just wipe him, use 1, 2, maybe 3 of these depending. I don't want to pay for wipes. Wipes are expensive and you use like a pack every 2 days. So these are so much more affordable and better for baby skin. With the pop-in nappies, I just, using a clean or fairly clean wipe, I will just take off one of the pop-in sides like that, so that basically when I put it in the washing machine, it's going to tumble and it's all going to fall apart. Once I've got a dirty nappy, I'm going to put it in one of our nappy bags. I've got a few different nappy bags. At the moment, I'm going to be using this one. This nappy bag will hold pretty much a wash full of nappies. When I have got a whole bag full of nappies, I'm going to put it on a wash, and I'll show you what wash we do. So once I've got a full bag of nappies, I open the bag. Now this might be a bit smelly, but this is the worst stage. I personally take them out hand by hand, but you don't have to do that. I'd put them in, and then I would get this nappy bag, turn it inside out, put it in the drum, and I'd probably have a full wash here. And what I do, close it open, I'd go on rinse, because basically you want to just like aggravate the nappies. You want to split them all up so that all the wee and poo gets sort of cleared away with clean cold water. If you were to go in straight onto a hot wash, it's much more likely to not get rid of all the pee and poo, and it's also more likely to stain because heat can set in stains. If your baby's on solids and they haven't got like liquidy poo, they've got more solid poo, you would use a liner probably. I would use a reusable liner, but you can get disposable liners. You would just walk over to the toilet and empty the poo into the toilet, scrape it off, and then again you would chuck it in here, do a cold wash to get rid of any of that material. I actually did have a little bit of an issue with smells for a few weeks. This is my my laundry cupboard. I was using this as the non-bio. Some companies will say that you need to use a non-bio detergent because it doesn't affect the quality of the materials as much as a bio one does. Bio detergent basically means that it has biological enzymes in, which kind of eat away at the material on clothes. So some nappy companies will say only use a non-bio detergent, which is what Close Pop-In say. When I started out, I would always use a non-bio detergent. I started off using Fairy, I think, and then I started getting slightly cheaper ones just for price. I bought loads of these. I bought about 8. It doesn't wash because I did a few washes and I didn't realise that they had any smell until a few washes down the line, and the smells like built up. Anyway, so I contacted Little Lamb and she recommended to get a good quality bio detergent. This is at your own discretion. Some nappies say that it does affect their warranty if you use a biological wash like this, so I would check with your nappy provider. Don't take my word for it, do your research. Personally, this has worked so well, the best one I've tried. It says on the back how much to use. As it's going to be heavy soiling, I would use quite a lot. I've got a scooper in here that I think we got from Huel. I think it's about 70 grams, and that is more than enough. Something that you cannot use laundry cleaners like this, because that can affect the shells and the soakers, so I wouldn't use anything like that. You can't use any like stain removers, and you can't use any fabric softeners, so it is literally just like a good quality non-bio detergent or a bio detergent. And once it's been on a thorough rinse, I put it on a cottons. This is saying 3 hours. I would do about 2 hours. I don't want to be going for 3 hours. It's quite a lot just in terms of an electricity bill. Cottons, I would go on to 60, so I'd set my temperature to be 60 because some nappy companies will say that you can use a 40 wash, like Little Lamb say 40 wash. Some say 60. Personally, I would rather do 60 to make sure that the heat is kind of killing stuff. Go on to fast You don't have to do that, but I would prefer to do that. Spoke to a customer service lady at Little Lamb because I was having an issue washing them, like they just kept smelling. Turns out I was using their laundry detergent, but she recommended not to use an eco wash because it uses less water and therefore is less likely to wash thoroughly. When it's finished the wash, I would then put it on spin and drain to basically just try and get as much water out as I can. And then we move on to drying, which is the fun part. With wash your nappies, I sort them out and I figure out which ones I can put in the tumble dryer. So now we're at my tumble dryer. And this is a wash that I did earlier. So in here I've got some liners. So this is a Little Lamb liner. I've got loads of wipes. I find that most of the nappy wash actually ends up in the tumble dryer. You could have put it outside to dry to save on electricity. The thing that I would recommend if you are going to put it outside, you can obviously hang it on the washing line, but if you are going to use small things like reusable cloths and stuff, I would recommend using one of these, a closed area, and just put that outside because it's much easier to put small things on a closed area. The things that can't be tumble dried and it's raining outside, I will show you my solution. At first, I would put everything on a radiator. However, you're not meant to expose it to direct heat, and our house just wasn't getting heated because it had nappies in the way. So what I invested in was, this is very chaotic looking, a heated area, which is very busy at the moment. Oh, Harris, he wants some milk. I've got all of my close pop-in ones, and I've got a nappy bag or two. These are perfect when you're going out because you obviously can't bin your reusable nappies, you have to take them home with you. So I bring 1 or 2 of these whenever I go out and put them in here, and then again just put them in the wash. And then when I've got everything dried, tumble dried, air dried, whatever, I put it all in a massive bag and I just sit down, have a cup of tea, watch a bit of TV, and I just match them all up. If you're going to use like a 2-in-1 system like the close popping ones, they need pop back together. And then guess what? The cycle begins again. As you can see, look, I've got a cute little nappy poking at the bottom here. Hi.
His mommy's milk.
You need some milk.
Oh, you need some milk.
So if you found that video helpful, don't forget to give me a like. Comment below, have you used reusable nappies? Do you have a different routine? Let me know if you have any good hints and tips. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, it really does help out. And on that note, I'll see you on the next one.